Good morning, fabulous library adventurers. My name is Kirstie and I work with the sparkly, bookalicious Kirklees Libraries. I hope you've been keeping busy with lots of reading, exploring, writing, drawing and general adventuring. Always remembering Joseph Coelho's top tip to have fun. Fun, fun, fun. That's what we had at the Library Adventures live event on Tuesday with author Jack Knoll and our wonderful guest hosts, Poppy and May. They did absolutely brilliantly. It was a great session. And if you missed it, it's well worth tuning in and having another look. If you would like to host a future Library Adventures Live, if you are a young library adventurer and think, oh, I could do that, then get a grown-up at home or at school to get in contact with us. You can use our email address. Let me just bring that up for you. There we go. You can just email in to lal@kirklees.gov.uk. You absolutely could do this. Absolutely. Okay, let's hear from you. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, we're in for a lot of fun this morning. Are we all ready for some Llama Glamarama festival fun? We're so lucky to welcome author Simon James Green and illustrator Garry Parsons to Library Adventures Live this morning. Simon's written books for children and young people of all ages, but Llama Glamarama, can you see Llama Glamarama? Is his very first picture book. Very exciting. And what a debut. You are absolutely going to love this book. Now, Garry Parsons' illustrations have already featured on Library Adventures Live. Garry illustrated Josh Lacey's, get that right, Dragon Sitter series. Remember when we saw Josh? Wonderful stuff. And you might have seen Gary's other illustrations on CBeebies or lots of other books. I think one of the questions we're going to have to ask Garry is, how many books have you illustrated? Well, good question. He's going to be doing a draw along. So go and get a piece of paper and a pencil and come back straight away and be ready when we do the draw along. We're going to have fantastic fun with that. But today, oh, and remember, you can send in questions at any time. Just use the chat on Facebook and on YouTube and send in your questions, or if you've got any comments or want to just be part of the show, just send them in and we'll include your comments and questions later on, okay? So it's all about llamas, dancing and celebrating being who you are. No more delays. Here's Simon and Garry, okay? Let's bring them both in. There we go. Morning.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
It's lovely to see you. It's lovely to introduce. Yes.
What a thrill to be here. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, what have you got in store for us today then?
Well, we are all about having fun. We're all about having a laugh. We're all about parties and we're all about dancing. So if that is the sort of thing that you guys enjoy, then I think you're in for a very fun morning with Llama Glamarama, our picture book. So yes, I wrote the words and Garry there drew the fabulous pictures. So we're going to have some fun with you today, but we thought we'd probably start by having a read of the book, actually, so you know what it's all about. How does that sound?
Great idea.
Brilliant. Let's check that on the screen.
So here we go. This is Llama Glamarama by me, Simon James Green, and Garry Parsons. Here we go. In Larry's barn, the llamas were good. They followed the rules. They did as they should. The llamas were calm. Their voices stayed low. They made their way slowly wherever they'd go. Yes, Larry was proper and very polite. But he had a big secret that happened at night. He kept it all quiet to avoid any drama. But while the others all slept, he was a toe-tapping, hand-clapping, dazzling, dancing llama. He loved to twist. He stamped his feet. He kept in time with the techno beat. But llamas aren't supposed to dance. Have you ever seen one groove? If anybody saw his moves, they would surely disapprove. Uh-oh, someone's coming. Stop the music, hide the hat, jump in bed, pretend to nap. We heard music, Spitz declared. We heard a rhythmic tapping. It almost sounded like a dance, but that would never happen. What? No way, Larry said. I was just about to snooze. Then Spitz looked over at the bedpost. Do you have ballet shoes? Shoes, you say? Well, that can't be. I've been using these for, drinking tea. But you don't like tea. Oh, look, by that chair. Are those apples over there? And while the others turned away, Larry made his getaway. As he trudged down the lane, Larry was sad. Being different was lonely. Being different felt bad. None of his friends liked to shimmy and flit. Well, maybe the dance was a thing he should quit. But what's this? A carnival? Music? Free apples? Farewell, my friends. I bid adieu. I'm going far away. Please don't try to stop me. I won't be back today. In fact, he was only going down the road and would definitely be back by tea time. There, in the distance, bold colours, bright light. For a lonely young llama, a spectacular sight. Larry took a deep breath and joined in the crowd. He saw llamas dancing and the music was loud. He grooved and he moved, he leapt and he pranced. Salsa, flamenco, did he belly dance? Locking and popping, he loved the hip-hopping. Boxing and tango, the jive and fandango. He ate apples all day and met Llama Del Rey. Loved hearing her sing. He felt like a king. Larry was happy. There were others like him. The Llama Glamarama was a wonderful thing. He returned to the barn later that day. Listen up, friends. I've something to say. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm taking a chance. I hope you won't hate me, but I love to dance. Spitz raised an eyebrow. Patch seemed to frown. Uh-oh, thought Larry. I'll have to leave town. Then Spitz started giggling, and Patch cracked a smile, while Mop began clapping for quite a long while. It turned out that each was a bit different too. Patch's patch was just hair dye. Really, it's true. Spitz then revealed that he played the maracas, and Mop told the group he was an alpaca. Everyone acted surprised, but they had suspected this for some time. Larry showed his moves, and all four danced with glee. He sang, I'm a rootin', tootin', lockin', poppin', grooving, moving llama, and I'm proud to be me.
Wonderful. Yeah,
there we
wonderful.
go. That is the story of Larry the llama and how he loves to dance. So lots of fun, lots of partying, and I think the really important thing to take away from it is that Larry is brave enough to be the person he really wants to be, even though he initially at first thinks his friends might not like that. He goes for it anyway, and it turns out they love him just the same. Now, you'll have seen that from those illustrations that the book is full of the most fabulous, brilliant, fun pictures, which wonderful Garry was in charge of drawing. So I'm going to hand over to him, and I think he's going to tell you and show you exactly how you can draw your own Larry the llama.
Thank you, Simon. That was really beautifully read. I do love this story, and that when the alpaca reveals his secret just makes me laugh every time. So join in, grab a pencil and a piece of paper, because we're going to do some drawing together. And I've got a very special makeshift drawing board here like this. Now, lots of people ask me, where do you start when you're going to do a drawing? And for some reason, I always start with drawing the eyes. I don't know about other illustrators, but that's how I always start. So if you're ready, I'm going to start. I'm going to draw a little eye up here. It's just going to be a curve like this with a dot in it like that. And I've put it kind of a little way up the paper. Can you see it just up there? And that's so that I can get Larry's body in, because I want to draw him looking like he's doing a good groovy disco move. So I've put one eye in there, and Larry has ears that go up like this, a bit like a banana shape. Now apparently llamas have banana shaped ears and alpacas have pointy ears, so there's a nice difference, something I've learned while I've been drawing llamas. And Larry has this big kind of orange quiffy kind of hair that goes up like that, so I'm going to join that on like this. How are we all getting on? Simon, are you joining in with this drawing?
I am certainly joining in.
Marvellous. So, Larry has kind of woolly, fluffy hair like this, and I'm going to just do these kind of fluffy lines like that. So far, he's only got one eye, he's only got one ear, and I think what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put in his nose. So I hope everybody's able to follow along, and I'm going to start his nose just underneath his hairline, just here like this. It's going to go around like that, and I'm going to do these two little lines because that's where his nostrils are. I'm going to do a little curve, and it's going to come around and give him a bit of a smile like this. He's got quite a big nose, and underneath it's going to be a little line for his chin. I can't wait to see what your drawings are like. I'm hoping Kirstie's drawing.
I am. It was going well until the nose.
I'm going to put a little dot there and a little dot there. Oh, great. If your llama has a bigger nose than Larry, that's absolutely fine. So I just need, he's missing, he's got two eyes now, he's got his curly hair, he's got his quiffy bit on top, and he just needs his other banana shaped ear, and it's behind his hair, so you only see a little bit. My son has just told me that this is not a pencil, it is a pen. Yes, and I usually draw with a pencil, but I'm drawing with a pen today just so it's much clearer. Is that okay? He says yes. So I've got his neck. Let's do his body. How much of his body can we get in? Good question. Let's do an arm out here like this. I'm going to just do these curly ones like this. So it's kind of like, what kind of shape is that? It's kind of like a sock shape, I suppose. And here's his little hoof, like that. And I'm going to do another one on this side. Am I going too fast, or is everybody keeping up?
I mean,
how are you doing?
I mean, I have to tell you, mine is looking pretty bad at the moment. I'm hanging on anyway. I'm not giving up.
Don't give up, everybody. Drawing's not that easy. It takes a little bit of practice. It takes a lot of practice, actually. I've been doing it for a very long time. And I know that Simon is actually quite good at drawing. I've seen him draw a llama before. I'm going to do, so I've put in this little tail, that's his bottom there. And I'm going to go down here and put in one of his legs. Now, he has kind of, I suppose, quite short, stumpy little bit like that. And then we add on his feet. I don't know what these bits are called, but let's put his hooves on there. And I can hear some scratching and pencil drawing.
Very professional drawing going on here. Oh yeah.
He's kind of flying. And if we want to make your character look like he's jumping in the air, what we can do is make this kind of scratchy mark underneath. And always, I think, to make characters look like they're moving and dancing, we can add a few kind of lines like this, and decorate this with a few kind of stars, make it look quite disco-y. And is there anything else we want to add? Of course, you can add a bit of colour, because Larry has these lovely orange patches like this, and his hair up here is quite orange, and his legs from his waist down are orange too, like that. Oh, I can hear Simon's scratchy pencil. In the orange bit.
Pulling away with my orange felt tip, Gary.
Oh, orange felt tip. Oh.
It looks quite good. I'm quite pleased with it so far. Let's just do a few more. All these kind of lines that you can add into your drawing really make things look like they're kind of moving and shaking and dancing around like that. So how about that? I can't wait to see how we're getting on, how everybody's getting on. I'm going to move this out of the way, and then a bit later, I hope that we can draw together the stereo, because the stereo in the book just makes me laugh my head off all the time. So that was that. Let's see, how did everybody get on?
Okay, well, do you want to see what I've
achieved?
I think we'll do a close-up. Oh, no, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it properly here.
Okay, here's my Larry.
Great.
I mean, he's not bad. He looks slightly angry to me. He looks like he's not having a particular time. And he's got quite wonky eyes, which is fine. But you know, he's I guess he's dancing, isn't he, in a kind of chaotic, weird way.
And I like
so that is my
I think you've captured the movement there, Simon. Lovely work.
Thanks, Gary. What would you give it out of 10, Gary?
Oh my goodness, marking.
Let's go for 8. Then we can
That's
have a
generous.
Improvement. Thank you.
Room to improve. Absolutely.
Jolly good. You've actually got orange in it as well. Very impressive.
I'm very professional. I'm very professional, Kirstie. I could probably be an illustrator if I had any talent.
Very good. Very good. I can show mine.
Yes, please.
I haven't coloured bits in, but there we are. There we are. Looks like they're wearing a leg warmers on one leg, but
Yeah, I like the way one of his legs is a little bit larger than the other.
Yeah, that's what I was going for. That's what I was going for. We're all different sizes and shapes. That's
we are. So if you manage to do some drawing, Simon and I would love to see them. And I think, Kirstie, there'll be somewhere where you can post them a bit later. We'll show you. Oh, there we go. You can email your drawings in, something like that. We'd love to see them.
Yes, brilliant.
Yeah,
we'll set the challenge later, but we'd love to see them. Yeah.
We love seeing drawings of llamas. Now, as you will have seen from the story, this book is all about having a great, fabulous, celebratory party. And that's what a Glamarama is all about. Now, the good news, folks, is that you can host and have your very own Glamarama at home. How wonderful is that? And the lovely people at Scholastic who published the book have put together a party guide that you can download, available from their website. If you search for Llama Glamarama, and you can download the party pack, which is full of loads of fun stuff that you need to host your own party. And we're going to show you now some of these things while we have our own Glamarama right now, because there's no time like the present to have a party. Now, the first thing that you'll see that you'll need when you're having a party is, of course, some invitations, so that people know to come along and what's happening. So you'll get an invitation template in your downloadable party pack. It looks like this. And as you can see, you can cut it out as well and fill it in. You're invited to my Glamarama, it says, to everyone. Yes, that's you, everyone at home. Time right now. Date today. Address online. Here we are. About to have a party. From me, Simon. Couple of kisses. So I hope you're all going to RSVP and say yes, you're going to be here because we're going to have a great time. So you've got your invites done. What's next? Well, Garry, I think any good party needs some decorations, doesn't it?
It does. Now, part of our party pack that you can download includes, if you're not feeling so confident at drawing your own bunting, you can just print these out and colour them in. And my son, Cody, you're going to hold these up for me, Cody. He did these. Look, aren't they great? And you just add them on a bit. He's my glamorous assistant. And you just...
Hi.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Very
This
good.
bunting is awesome.
Yeah.
It is awesome. And we've even Cody's used gold and silver pen in there to give it an extra kind of shine. So I think these decorations will really get your party off to a cracking good disco start.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I love that. Every party needs a...
What else would we do for a party, Simon, to think?
Well, of course, any good party needs some food, right? Now, in the downloadable party pack, you'll see about 3 ideas for some perfect Glamarama themed party food. Now, Glamaramas are all about colour and rainbows and being bright and beautiful. So all of the recipe ideas are all really, really colourful. Now, including this one that I'm going to show you, which is for some brilliant, colourful rainbow fruit kebabs. Now, these are great fun. They're a lovely treat. You might need an adult probably to help cut up some of these fruits. But what you need to try and get is a range of colourful fruits. So we're maybe talking some oranges, maybe some grapes, some strawberries, maybe kiwi fruit, apples, up to you. What you can see here is I've got some fruit ready, which I'm going to show you. Show it up to the camera here. There you go, look. So I've got there some lovely bits of banana, great. Got my nice little bits of orange, very tasty and citrusy. Some delicious strawberries, look at that, glistening. And I've also got some grapes as well. So I've got my different types of fruit ready. So I've got a grown-up to cut those up for me into nice pieces. Now, here's the next thing you're going to need to do. You're going to need a little wooden stick like this, a little wooden skewer. And again, you can get a grown-up to help you with this as you make them. And the idea is that you're going to stick each bit of fruit onto the wooden skewer like that. I'm going to try and make it look as pretty as possible. So we do different colours with each one. So I've got an orange there. Here's a nice purple grape afterwards. And then let's have a nice red strawberry. Look at that, already looking quite good. And now everyone likes a bit of banana, right? So let's pop on a nice bit of banana. And then we can basically repeat with the rest of the fruit I've got. I haven't got any green fruit, sadly. I wish I had some kiwi fruit because that would be nice here. But another bit of orange. And let's pop another grape on like that. One more delicious strawberry. And we'll finish it with a nice bit of banana on the end as well. Now look at that. So this is my delicious fruit kebab. So not only is this kebab healthy for you and good, it's also delicious to eat, very tasty. It's like a little fruit salad on a stick. And you can make some of these ready for your Glamarama so that when your friends come round, or you can eat them during the party along with the other stuff that's on the list to make. There's also some rainbow pizzas you can make and even some banana popsicles as well, which is really good fun. So that is the fruit kebab. Now I've got something else to show you as well, which is there's some games in the party pack too, which you can play. And it includes classics. You've all heard of pin the tail on the donkey, right? Well, we've got pin the tail on the, can you guess? Llama. So pin the tail on the llama. You will get these wonderful pictures of Larry that you can cut out. So you've got one picture of Larry, and you'll have one picture of his fabulous feather boa. Now, you will need to cut those out and colour them in. So as you can see, I've made a start there colouring in the feather boa, nice and bright, wonderful. And then you've cut out your picture of Larry as well. You need to get someone to put a blindfold on you so you can't see anything. And then the idea is you have this feather boa in one hand, you put Larry maybe on the wall or somewhere like that, and you try and stick the feather boa on Larry in the right position. Okay, so it's quite difficult actually, because the feather boa probably should go around his neck somewhere like this. But you know, with your eyes closed, it's quite possible he'll end up right across his face like that, which is also a perfectly good look if that's what you're going for. So you'll find lots of really good fun party games in the downloadable party pack as well. So you can have lots of fun playing some games as well at the Glamarama. Now, I feel there might be something else we need at this party, Garry.
There is. We definitely, before we get to that, I just had this idea of talking of blindfolds. What we could do is, because everybody's probably got a mask, we could, instead of doing this, you could just do this.
Well, that is the perfect solution to this.
Genius.
Absolutely. It certainly beats tying a tea towel around your head.
Especially if it's not clean.
The other thing that you definitely will need to make your party go with a big dancing bang like this is some music. And one thing I love about making this book with Simon was Larry's stereo, which I drew one here like this. And I didn't know at the time when I started drawing this book that the stereo was going to be a little character of his own, and he just kind of developed like this, and I absolutely love him. He's like a little cute. I definitely want him at my party. And I thought, well, you know, stereos can be a little bit ugly, can't they? But we could draw one of these together, maybe cut it out and put it over the top of your stereo. So has anybody got a pencil ready? Shall we have another?
Yes.
Oh yes. Oh,
I've got
Simon, Kirstie, pens at the
we are
ready.
ready. I'm a bit scared, but I'm ready. Right.
I'm just going to get my fabulous washboard drawing board out again. So this is one is really very super easy compared to drawing Larry, I think. And can anybody remember what I start with when I'm drawing a character? Anyone remember?
Ooh, I think it was like an arm.
I think, was it? What did you say? An arm? No, Simon, not an arm. An eye. So the stereo. One of his eyes looks like that. So it's like a circle within a circle, and then just a black dot, quite a big one in here like that. And over here, we're going to leave quite a big gap because he's got a big cheesy disco smile, and we're going to draw another one, another wobbly. It doesn't matter if your circle is wobbly at all. I think the wobbly look, when they're wobbly, it makes him look like he's shaking with disco fever. So around the edge, this is going to be the edge of the stereo. It's just a shape like this, like a big kind of curvy rectangle. And then I'm going to go around again like that. I can hear the big sweep of a pencil being drawn in the background. And he has these little feet under there like that, which look like his teeth, goodness. I'm just going to draw in
this stereo can't help himself but smile when he's pumping out fabulous dance tunes. There's his big smile like that. He's so cute. I think he's really adorable. And to make him portable, so you can have your Glamarama anywhere, on the beach, in the woods, in your back garden, you need to give him a handle like this. And of course, he has a little cord where you can plug him in. What I like to do quite often is to make things look like they're moving. As we did with Larry, we can add these little lines like this. And we're going to add a scribbly black mark underneath, which makes him look like he's lifting off the ground with disco fever. And one thing I love this character, he really is. One thing I really like about this character is his smiley face, but he doesn't have a name. And I was wondering if anybody has any ideas for a name for this stereo, please let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
A spin-off book of his own.
Okay, do you want to see my stereo?
Oh gosh, yes, let's have a look at the drawings, please, Simon.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it.
Wow. That's really good.
Okay, I'm giving that 9.5.
9.5, a big improvement on my score of 8 from last time, so I'm super happy about that. Yeah, awesome, loving it.
Oh,
thank you.
He's got a lot to beat.
Wonderful.
Did you draw one, Kirstie, or did you?
I did. This one, yeah. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
I had to keep making the little black dot on the eye bigger and bigger because he really was. They were going all over. Oh.
We do need to mention that the stereo can't do the music on his own, can he? But because we happen to have a fabulous Llama Glamarama playlist, where can you access that, Simon? Can you tell everybody?
So that is, you can find this playlist on Spotify. So if you go onto Spotify and simply search for Llama Glamarama, just type that into the search bar, you will find the official Llama Glamarama playlist, which is full of the best tunes you will ever hear in your whole entire life. We've got everything on there. We've got disco classics. We've got 80s cheese. Everything you could possibly want is on that playlist. And it's guaranteed to get you dancing. That's the best thing. Do you like dancing, Garry?
I do love dancing, and I happen to know that some of Simon's favourite songs are on the playlist. And there's one, I think, that has some kind of hand movements which you like to do, Simon.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Garry. So one of my favourite songs is a song called YMCA by a group called the Village People. Now this is a disco classic. It's been around for years. If you're watching this with a grown-up, they will probably know this song really well, even if you don't. Because
they're probably doing it, aren't they, right now?
They might be doing it right now, and they certainly will have done it when they were a little bit younger and maybe went to a disco. But the moves are super easy to learn. So I'm going to show you them now, and hopefully Garry will join in and show me when I'm doing them wrong. I can't remember them that well. But this all involves you making the shapes of the letters. So remember, it's called YMCA. So we're basically going to use our arms to make those letters, the letters Y, M, C, and A. Very simple. I'm going to stand up and move back a bit so that we can hopefully do this. Right. So the first move is the Y, which you're going to make by putting your arms in the air like this. That's the Y. Everyone tells me I'm right. Yes. Yes. There we are. Y. The next move is going to be the M. So practice this with me. The M, which looks like, is it this? Is that right? Gary, Kirstie?
Yeah.
No, it's like this.
I think it's a little more ridiculous. I think yes. I think
It's more ridiculous. You have to move your arms up like this, okay? So we've got our Y, we've got our M. Great, everyone's doing it. And next we've got our C. So we need to make the C with our arms, right? Is this right? This, something like this. Yeah?
Yes.
This is very good. I'm definitely the worst of them. So that gives us Y. It gives us M. It gives us C. Yes, I think. And finally, we've got our A for the end, which is just, how does that go? Like this. I don't even know the dance. I'm trying to teach it. Look at you. You know exactly what all the moves are. So it's going. Yeah, is that right, Gary?
Yes, I think that looks like a good A to me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good A. So practice them all together. So we have our Y, we have our M, we have our C, and we have our A. By the head. And so when you listen to the music, which you can on Spotify, you'll see they sing those letters for the chorus. So we're going like Y, M, C, A. I can't sing, but that's basically how it goes. And when that's happening, that's when you need to do those actions, exactly like that. Y, M, C, A. It's quite fast. It's faster than you think when you hear it. So you have to be quite good. You'll need to practice quite a lot in order to get it right. Let's try again. Y, M, C, A. Yeah, look at you two doing this.
Gary and on help. Very good.
It's really worth practicing because this particular dance will come in really useful when you're a little bit older, and you'll use it a lot. Let me tell you. So it's definitely worth getting to grips with these dance moves. Okay. Excellent. Gary, have you got any other favourite dances?
Well, I do quite like the Macarena.
Ooh, what's that?
Now, yeah, and I often get it all kind of mixed up. It's a bit difficult that, you know, we haven't got the music going, but Code is very good at it. So first of all, we start off with we do this, just hands flat. So it's duh, 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 duh.
Okay.
Oh,
so
hello.
let's just do those first. So we've got 3 moves. So it's duh, 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 bing, bong, and then we go.
No, it's head.
Oh, it's not head. It's behind your head. Yes. So we've got to there, and then we go duh, duh.
Then it's hips.
It's hips.
Across the hips.
Can we put all those together so far? Simon's so good at this. He's wiggling. Ready? Go. Ready? And then what? And then is this the bum bit?
Then this is the bum bit.
And then we go like, do we put them on our bottoms? And then we do this bit, which is my favourite part.
It's like this sort of training, isn't it?
I'm sure there's going to be loads of variations. Shall we try it? Do it all together. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, you just froze in a key moment there.
Yeah.
Oh dear, brilliant.
That's an amazing dance. I love that dance a lot, Gary.
Very good.
Yes, and it's fun. I'm feeling the heat of the party already, actually.
Exactly. What with your Macarena dance and YMCA and the Llama Glamarama Spotify playlist, you're going to be having a great time at your own Glamarama when you host it. You'll be dancing the day away. It'll be awesome. Loving that. Excellent. So, well, that gives you lots of things to be thinking about, everybody. You've got lots of you've got the invites to make, the decorations you can do, some food, some games, some music, and some brilliant dances, so you can celebrate and have your own Glamarama at exactly the same time, and read the book as well, and do some drawing. Yes, that sounds great. Well, I think we might have time for a few questions now. Is that right?
We have indeed. We have indeed. So I've got some sent in for me. I'm still waiting. So if anybody wants to type in some questions now, I can see you're all watching. Please do. It's a good point now. We've had lots of lovely comments. Someone loved the bunting. Love the bunting.
Good.
So I've had. Oh, here we are. Oh, here we go. So I've got one question that's coming through another means, which is, what other animals would be good at a party? So we've got llamas. What other animals would be good guests at a party?
Oh, good guess.
Good question.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because because you think
at the party.
I think
this was fun to illustrate. Sorry if I'm jumping in on you, sorry, but this was really fun because I included lots of other animals into the party here. So there's a hippopotamus, and there's a fox, and there's a duck dancing, all sorts of things. So I might draw a few of those while you're answering the next question, Simon, actually, and then we can have
that's fab. And I think my answer would be, I think, do you know what? I think a peacock would be great at a party.
Wow.
Good answer.
Right. They're quite all about them, aren't they? That's the thing about peacocks. It's like, look at me, I'm a peacock. Look at my feathers and all my bright colours. So they might also be a little bit annoying after a while. Like the person who waltzes into the party in a brand new frock, and they're all, oh, look at me, don't I look pretty? All day long, you know. But a peacock could be fun, could bring a little bit of glamour to your event. Animals not to have at your party. Crocodile probably might, you know, chomp all the food and end up, you know, chomping more than just your fruit kebabs. Who knows? So be careful.
A vulture, maybe.
Huh?
Don't invite a vulture. No invites to vultures.
No, vultures also can be a problem at parties. It's true. So
You're speaking from experience there.
definitely had a party, invited a vulture. Everything went wrong. So no, I won't be doing that again. Let me tell you.
So I'm going to ask Simon a question now. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's move on from the animals to the party. I think that could take up a whole new book. I think now. What's about? So you've written books for. So this is your first picture book, and you've written books for sort of teenagers and for kind of that sort of children, sort of 8 years old as well. So which do you enjoy writing them all, or is there one in particular that you enjoy writing the most?
Yeah. They all bring really different challenges, which is really, really interesting. So yeah, I've written 4 books for teenagers so far, and they're really great because you can explore some really interesting things with them, and I really like writing those books for that age group. And then writing picture books is fantastic, and one of the best things about picture books is working with illustrators like Garry, because picture books are very much a joint effort. You know, so when I write a book for teenagers, it's just me writing it. But when I do a picture book, I'm working with Garry, and that's a brilliant extra person who can bring so much more to the whole piece of work, which is really fantastic. So I really like working like that. And then what's also fun is is writing for 8 to 12-year-olds, middle grade fiction, as it's known. I've actually got my very first. I'll show it to you. My very first picture book for 8 to 12-year-olds is out on Tuesday, and that's
how exciting!
Life of Riley, Beginner's Luck. And this is all about a 10-year-old boy who gets cursed at a fairground by a fortune teller, and his life just goes from disaster after that. So, and he spends the story trying to get rid of the curse before his new best friend Brad works out he's just become mates with the unluckiest boy on the planet. It's really funny, hopefully, and lots of fun. But that was also really good fun as well. That's got illustrations as well, actually, not by Garry. This one's been done by a chap called Alexei Bitskov, who's also really, really fab as well. And so, yeah, they're all really good fun in lots of different ways. And it's really nice being able to write for children and young people of all ages, I would say.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be able to have that kind of, breadth. It's great. It's great, that range. Wonderful. So Garry, one of the questions that I was asked before I came on as well was about the number of books that you have illustrated over your career. It looks like a very large number. Do you know the number off the top of your head?
Oh, I don't know the number at all. I don't. I think I must be on about 30 books or something by now. Wow. It's quite a lot. Wow. I'm quite old, and so I've been doing it for a long time. And I couldn't help myself but draw a picture of Simon dancing. So would you like to see that?
You've just frozen, so we're waiting for the internet to just sort itself out. So hold it up for a little bit. Awesome.
Garry, that's really good. Look at that. Look at my glasses are the right shape, my hair, yes. Thank you for that.
Brilliant.
It's quite flattering, Garry. I'm quite flattered. Thank you. I noticed just talking about Garry's other books. I noticed there was a thing published just a couple of days ago, which is all about which books get borrowed from public libraries and which illustrators are most often borrowed. And Garry is there in the top 50 of all illustrators as one of the most borrowed illustrators in the UK and Ireland. So that's pretty cool.
Wonderful.
Wow.
I know, it's wonderful, isn't it? Wonderful. It's exciting stuff. So Garry, when you're illustrating, how does it work when so did Simon come up with a story and then, or how does that work between the two of you? How does the process work between an illustrator and an author when they're creating a picture book like Llama Glamarama? How did it come about?
Yes, so Simon writes the author writes the story. So in this case, Simon wrote this funny story, and then the publisher Scholastic they have a think about who might be good, a good match for Simon's story. And luckily for me, they asked me if I was free and able to do it, and of course I said yes, because who wouldn't want to illustrate such a funny book? And then I do lots of drawings. Everything I do starts with a pencil, and I have a sketchbook, and I draw little mini versions of each page, and it looks a little bit like a comic strip to begin with. And then I develop the drawings from there on, and we have to make sure that we leave space for where the words are going to go. So I need to make sure that I've got some space here, and that kind of thing. And I have to show Simon my characters to make sure he is happy with how the character looks. And I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you this, but we're working on another book together, which is even more fabulous. I absolutely really love it, and it's there's a new animal character in that.
We are.
So that's what we're working on at the moment. But it's fun. It's just such good fun. If you like drawing, just lots of practice and enjoy it. I think, was it Joseph who said just to have fun? Kirstie, in your last program. I mean, that's really it, isn't it, Simon? I think just write and draw whatever you like.
I think that's I think being the fun aspect is really, really important, because I'm a great believer that books should be really entertaining and good fun. That's the most important thing, and I think that's the best thing a book can do. And you know what, folks, it has been, it's been a pretty tough year, hasn't it? And I think if there's one thing I think we all probably need to do a little bit more of right now, it's laugh and have a good time. And I think that books that help you do that are just the best thing. And I think reading books like that are wonderful, and also making your own books that are like that make you laugh are also wonderful. And it's a great honor getting to work with people like Garry, because we have such a good time. And the most exciting part for me in the whole process is when Gary's first kind of rough pictures get sent through to me, and my editor is like, what do you think of these? Do you love them? And of course I always do, because they're always fabulous, and they always capture the characters in such a wonderful, wonderful way, which is amazing, because Garry and I don't tend to have a conversation about how a character looks. He's just picking that up, I guess, from some of my words and from maybe like the feel of the text and what it kind of sounds like. And it's just amazing how he can almost sort of see into my head in terms of how I see the characters, but also make them like a million times better at the same time.
It's spooky.
Yeah, exactly. He's magic.
Excellent. I like that answer. Brilliant. I was going to ask, one of the things that we've been asking is top tips for children who might want to be illustrators or who might want to write. So I love to have fun. Are there any other top tips that you would give any children who maybe think, oh, I can't do that, because we're all about everyone can do this. Everyone can have a go at anything they want to have a go at. So any top tips that you want to share, both of you?
I have a good drawing tip that lots of people get a bit worried about drawing, and they try to make it just right, and they get worried when it doesn't look exactly right. And I say, don't worry about that at all. Forget things being perfect, because when I draw, I never know how it's going to look, and I'm always surprised. It's like somebody else is drawing through my hand. And then I learned to go, wow, the hand did a really great drawing there. I'm just going to go with that. So what you could do is you could draw, say, a llama today, and then practice drawing a llama for a couple of weeks, and then have a look at the first one you did, and then have a look at the second one you've done after you've been practicing for a couple of weeks, and you'll see a massive difference, and you'll go, wow, look how much I've improved.
Brilliant. That's great. I love that. Simon, what about you? Writing.
I think that there's a very similar tip actually for writing as well, which is that actually it doesn't and it never will be perfect first time. And when you look at a book like Llama, the thing is, I first started writing this book about 2 years ago. So it's a really long time, and it takes all that length of time to get the book exactly right. So it doesn't just happen overnight. So don't lose confidence if you write something and you don't think it's very good to begin with, because Llama was not very good when I first wrote that first attempt at writing it, and it takes a little while of working on it and improving it and getting some advice and feedback from other people as well. And my other tip, apart from that, would be to write whatever sort of thing you personally enjoy reading, and so write the sort of book that you would want to read. So if you love funny stories, write a funny book. If you love mysteries, write a book with a big mystery in it. If you want an adventure story, then write that one. But write the sort of thing that you would love to pick up from a library or a bookshop or read at home or have read to you. Write that, and I think that will be the best way to have a lot of fun with it. And also, you'll probably come up with the best ideas if it's something that you personally really, really love.
Brilliant answers. Right, I've got one last question. It's a Kirklees question. This is a question that was created by one of our groups, a young people's group called the Bibliosniaks. Great name. And it's a question that they like all authors to and illustrators and anyone we work with to answer. Here it is. If you were a biscuit, what biscuit would you be? So, I know it's a thought-provoking kind of philosophical question right at the end of an event. This one is. So, if you were a biscuit, Simon, if we come to you first, what biscuit would you be?
I think I would be a what would I be? I think I'd be a fox's Viennese finger. Is what I would.
It's very specific.
Very specific. The type of biscuit I particularly enjoy. It's quite decadent and luxurious, like me. It's got a nice shortbready outer sort of crispy bit with a nice layer of chocolate in the middle. Very nice type of biscuit. I'm not advertising them particularly, but they do a good Viennese. So that
wonderful. Good question. This is a good question. Yes, for everyone to answer. So, Garry, I come to you now. If you were a biscuit.
If I was a biscuit, I think maybe I could be a Gary Baldy biscuit.
Oh, we're not worthy.
Yes. And I remember having those biscuits when I was young, and my brother and I thinking that the raisins or the currants in them were actually flies.
Yeah.
You
in there. Yeah, absolutely.
They are quite nice. My other one is also kind of in a Vienna theme, would be those Viennese whirls. Those like a shortbread sandwich, shortcake sandwich thing with a bit of cream and a bit of jam. I think actually, I might go with that.
Very nice, Garry. That's a good choice.
Brilliant answers. Thank you very much. Right, okay, everybody. I think that's the last question we've got time for. So let me just take the biscuit questions off the screen. There we go. So that was a fantastic morning. What an awful lot of fun we've had. Completely fabulous festival party themed Llama Glamarama fun. Wonderful. Thank you both so much for coming and visiting us at Kirklees Libraries on Library Adventures Live. It's been awesome. Thank you. So everybody, this week's challenge. You're going to draw your own llama. Yeah. And if you don't feel that drawing is not my thing, then why not go and have a look on the website and where was the website? It was up here. The website, and have a look at downloading the party pack and organise your own Glamarama at home. There was some great things on there. You can go and find that music list as well and just dance to your heart's content. But yeah, if you're up to drawing a llama, we'd love you to send them in. So it's the usual email address. And we'd love to see your shiniest llama entries. So please do send them in. You just ask an adult to give you a hand to send in the email to lal@kirklees.gov.uk. And remember, all of your challenges that you send in, we put on our website to showcase them to the world. We don't hide your work. We show everybody what you do. So come on, you can do this one. Surprise us with your llamas this week. Okay? Brilliant. So that was this week. Wonderful. What a wonderful week we've had on Library Adventures Live. What about next week? Well, have we managed to find another stupendous guest to bring to Library Adventures Live? What do you think? What do you think? Of course we have. Of course we have. Next week, we've got a firm Kirklees Library's favourite. It's an author that's been to us a few times now, Ross Montgomery. Oh, the wonderful Ross Montgomery. And Ross is going to be telling us all about his new book, The Midnight Guardians. It's so new, this book, it's not even available to buy in the shops. That's how lucky we are. So in this book, we're going to learn about a world where myths and legends are real. Very exciting. There's a 6-foot tiger, a badger in a waistcoat, and a miniature knight. What more could you possibly ask for in a book, apart from a llama, of course? And Ross has also promised us lots of fascinating facts and lots of jokes. So more laughter next week. Oh, brilliant stuff. One not to miss. And if you've got any questions for Ross, just send them in by email to us and we'll make sure we answer them. Okay. And remember, you can catch up with any of our previous Library Adventures Lives. Just go onto our Facebook or our YouTube sites and you're going to catch them up there. And there's some wonderful ones. Please go and check them out if you haven't seen them all. Okay, lovely library llamas. That's it for this week's extra special Library Adventures Live. It's been fantastic. I've had a great time.
Yeah.
So Yeah, it's been brilliant. Thank you so much to Simon and to Gary. Oh, Gary's just disappeared. I can just see him.
Gary's
again.
disappeared.
Oh, Gary disappeared. Gary's back.
There he is.
You're back. You're back to say goodbye.
Let's say goodbye. Can I just show you what my son has done? He's made a paper airplane like this, and he drew a llama on the back. So there's a llama.
Look at that. I love it.
Brilliant.
I mean,
Awesome.
you can do
Llamas can go everywhere.
Gary, you're going to be out of a job soon.
yes.
We want things on paper aeroplanes. More pictures on paper aeroplanes. Absolutely. Phenomenal stuff. Brilliant. Brilliant. You see, everybody? Look what you can do. This is what we want to see from you all. Okay. So, everybody, thank you again to Simon and Gary. It's been absolutely awesome. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. So, everybody, have a toe tapping week. Try something new. Be brave. Keep looking after this beautiful planet. Practice your YMCA and your Macarena. And always be your wonderful selves.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. And goodbye for this week. Now, I'm going to take a lesson here from Larry. So that's goodbye from us. Oh, what's that over there, everybody? Are those some apples over there?